All right, FML. We are live. It is Sunday, February 5th. I think it is, right? Yeah, that's got to be it. And I am finally back in Toronto after what seemingly took forever from my $1 two-night journey to Montreal. And I have brought with me a cold that has progressively been getting worse throughout the day. So yeah, if I look and sound like shit, that is why. I did see a super chat come in from Laura, all the way from Alberta. So thank you for the super chat, Laura. Much appreciated. And I see a lot of people in the chat already. Vivian Johnson, Robert O, Chatty Cathy, Zach McNally, Wesley, Manless Dweller, Novell Koss. If I read your name twice, that's because I have the memory of a goldfish. Novell Koss, Sheeta Roberts, Barge, Robert O, Clayton Crawford, Susie, Jenny, Kritzkamp, Kaplan, Billy, Gordon, Marie, Palmer, Yahia, Mike Smith. Yeah, I shortened some of your names. Anyways, welcome to what's probably going to be a shorter than usual Sunday Night Stumbles. I just wanted to check in with everyone. I do have some things to share with you. James says it's... Oh, you deleted your message. Anyways, we're going to have a drink, but I'm not going to have an alcoholic beverage, nor am I going to have any... edibles tonight. We're going to have a Pepsi Zero drink of champions. This is, well, it's a diet pop. I don't know what more to it there is than that. Vivian says, last trip you came home sick too. What was my last trip? Oh, that was Thailand. All right. Well, cheers to everyone out there. I hope you're Pepsi brand beverage is as good as mine. Yeah, I haven't been sick at all, I think, since I had COVID. And like after my trip to Amsterdam, Claudia says you should be having orange juice. I do have a full bottle of Simply Orange fresh orange juice in the fridge. I just haven't opened it yet. So yeah, I had quite the ordeal getting home. I went to Montreal, as you saw in my video. Well, maybe you didn't see my video. Clayton Crawford, $10. If you're feeling well, drink OJ. Take Monday off. Thank you, Clayton Crawford, for the $10. The good news is, even though I feel like shit, I've got a ton of videos, as you'll soon see. So I can give myself like a week off if I had to. I'm still going to try to get out and do some live streams. Thank goodness it was like 2-3 degrees today. It wasn't like a freezing cold day. Although I still didn't bother stepping foot outside. But thank you again, Clayton. Thank you, Laura. So, yeah, you saw my journey to Montreal, but I also recorded...
If you are feeling well, drink OJ. Take Monday off.
Drink OJ. Take Monday off. So, coming home Friday night, I went to catch... It was like minus 26, minus mid-30s with the wind chill. And I was looking at Google, and it was like, next bus... in 7 minutes, you are a 4-minute walk to the bus stop. So I'm like, that's good. It's freezing cold, but if I leave now, I'll get to the bus stop like 3 minutes early. All will be good. I'm not going to spend too much time freezing my butt off. Well, I left the hotel. I got there just in time to see the bus whip by me. Honestly, like, had I have ran, I would have caught it. And I think the bus driver looked at me and saw me standing there with my suitcase, was like, which is fair. I can't expect them to stop away from their stop. And just to give me a bit of a kick in the teeth, the next bus was late. So the 15-minute interval between buses turned out to be more like 23. And where I was standing, there was no bus stop. There were bus stops on the other side of the street. So all those people were like, at least away from the wind. But my face turned purple. There was no cafe. There was no store. I'm just going to stand here. My feet were kind of wet. I was getting frostbite, so I take the bus to the airport. All is good. I'm inside. I throw on some fresh socks. We're all good. I have a very expensive meal. Time to board. But about 20 minutes before, the people at the front desk left. So we're waiting to board. The plane, it's like a 7:55 flight, and boarding was like 20 minutes before that. But there was no plane at the gate. The flight crew who was waiting at the gate got up and left. All the porter staff left. So we're all just standing there like, Pretty sure this is going to be canceled, right? A whole bunch of other flights around the airport were canceled, but not a word from Porter. All the websites said flight is scheduled. We're going to be on time. But the incoming flight, we couldn't figure out the status of that flight. That was going to be our plane. Nothing had updated. It said scheduled to leave at, and there were no updates. And then like 20 minutes go by and we all get like a text message and email telling us that our flight had been canceled. Nobody at the friggin' gate to announce it or deal with it. And then, so we're all just like, what the hell? Then eventually, after what felt like forever, some guy showed up and told us, sorry, this is out of our control. No compensation, no airport or no hotel, nothing. You're SOL. So the funny thing is, you kind of got to roll with the punches when you travel. Shit's going to happen, especially in the winter in a country like this. But almost every person there did the $1 flight. So what you had were hundreds of cheap bastards like me who were all flying because it was cheap, now being forced to extend our stay by a day. And all the hotels around the airport were like $200 a night. Uber went from $20 trips to most hotels to $50 due to surge pricing. And people were like talking, and a few people got together and were like, want to share hotels. I was talking to a couple of girls, and they're like, do you want to share a room? We'll get 2 queen beds. That's weird, isn't it? I was like, that might be a little weird. And also, I'm working. But if we book the same hotel, we could share an Uber, and then we could share an Uber back. So that was going to be the plan. But then they started getting obsessed with finding a hotel that had shuttle service when we saw the price of Ubers go up. Long story short, I booked a hotel through Priceline, of all things, for like $180. No hotel shuttle. I went downstairs, and with Uber being $50, I'm like, I'll just take a cab. The lineup at the taxi queue was like 1,000 people deep. Like, I had never seen a lineup that big for a taxi. So I'm like, F this. I am not taking a taxi. And then there's this guy, like, walking around going, anyone need a lift? And I was like, I could use a lift. He's like, where are you going, my friend? I was like, Novotel, airport. He's like, come with me. That'll be $40. And I was like, Uber says 50. If I take the taxi, which would be 30 apparently, that would be the flat rate, I would have to wait like hours. So I was like, okay, 13-minute car ride, $40, let's go. So I went there in the morning when I woke up. More fun times. Surge pricing still in effect. So this 13-minute ride back to the airport on a Saturday morning was also $52 on Uber. So I asked the front desk how much a cab would be. She said about $30, same price. She said she could get me one in 10 minutes. And I start like refreshing Uber, and it changed to $20. Hit buy, confirm my ride. So I got the ride back to the airport for $20, thank God. And then when I was it was a Tesla, but when I was in the guy's car, I refreshed it again and it went back up to like $52. So yeah, what happens I think when there's a wave of cancellations, Uber just starts gouging the hell out of you with their surge pricing, and all the hotels like just jack up their price on the spot. So I stayed at like a okay, it wasn't great Novotel for like way more than my much nicer hotel. So anyways, that was my story. Yeah, it was like maybe an extra $250 for one night. SRGot says, tell us more about the dude. What dude do you want to know more about? The guy I went with was just a taxi operator who was going off meter. So he was just like probably looking to just pocket the fare and not report it. So, you know, that's a pretty common thing. So I was like, well, whatever. If you get me to the taxi and I don't have to wait, that's fine. And I'm only paying $10 more to save like an hour of time waiting. Like, it seemed like a good deal. And of course, I get to the hotel. I'm like, is there a 7-Eleven around here? Anything? And the guy laughs because he's like, you're in an industrial park. There is nothing here. So, yeah, I had to buy a Coke Zero that was very expensive. John says, was the cancellation because of the weather? Yeah, the official reason of cancellation was plane not in position. So the incoming plane wasn't there due to inclement weather. And because our government has no teeth, that is a reason for no compensation. Like, I understand we're all taking a risk when we fly, but there should be some compensation for that. There should be some kind of voucher, because a couple of girls there spent the night in the airport. They went to like the lounge, and then I saw them the next day, and apparently they got kicked out. And they said it was like the most miserable experience. Porter rebooked me on a flight for 7 a.m. the next morning. And then I got a text message saying that flight had been canceled. I was like, oh shit, now what's going on? And then I got rebooked to a flight for 9:30. Anyways, yeah, that I got almost no sleep, and I was sick and absolutely effing miserable. So that's my story. And here we are. Alejandro says, so no subway or train to the airport in Montreal. There's a bus called the 747 that opened up in 2010. Before that, they had a private coach bus service running. And as of 2027, the REM project will be open, the expansion. So you will be able to take a subway right into the heart of downtown. So yeah, good things. It's a pretty good airport. I have no complaints. I'd love to go back to Montreal. I don't hate Porter, but I do kind of hate their customer service. They were pretty shit in terms of just letting us know. Jim says your compensation probably would have been a return of your $1. Apparently, the airport expansion won't open until 2027, at least according to like the wiki article I wrote. Vivian says at least it all happened in Canada, not a foreign country. Yeah, I guess that's true. Clayton Crawford thought the underground path connected to the Montreal underground path. You know, that was maybe my favorite video that I did in Montreal. I did, let's see here. I don't want to accidentally share something. I did 13 videos while I was there. So we have... Ooh, I have all this footage too. All right, so let's just preview all the videos that I did since we have nothing in the background going on. Where are we looking here? So this is one you've already seen. This was the video that... Oh yeah, this is what I did in the hotel, by the way. This video was kind of annoying because there was a million clips that I had to put together, and I had to sync them all to the external audio. So I was saving this to edit on Friday night at home after my trip when I have like my 2 monitors and my whole setup. But since I had no video for Saturday morning, and I was now at a hotel on Friday, one that fortunately had decent internet to upload, I put this together on my laptop, and it took me till like 2 a.m. to get this video edited. Then I had to upload it. I'd do the thumbnail, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that was a pain in the butt. But this is a brand new Embraer flight. So that was video number 1. You have already seen that. The second video you have not seen yet. Jeanette Morales, $7 for Kleenex and a cup of tea. Kleenex. What about Savvy Home? That is the brand of tissue I'm using. Jeanette, thank you so much. And thank you, Laura and Clayton, as well. And yes, it is 3-ply. Do I look like a peasant who's using 2-ply?
For Kleenex and a cup of tea.
But thank you, Jeanette. So that was the flight to, or the video to Montreal. The second video will be tomorrow's video on the channel. Navel says, last time I was at that airport, I accidentally exposed myself, was running to catch the flight, and the Velcro on your shorts wouldn't stay closed, and your underwear was in the laundry. And they still let you on the plane? Maybe you were going to like one of those hedonist festivals. So this is going to be tomorrow's video. I don't want to like show too much. Well, I guess I just kind of did, but where is... I just posted a clip of something I almost cut out. All right, this is the clip. I just put this up as a YouTube short and a TikTok. This is going to be on tomorrow's video. I did that hotel stream when I got back, right? And then after that hotel stream, I went out to get dinner, and I thought I might as well bring my camera with me and like record a video on the way. So this is that video of just me walking in a giant circle. All right, Claudia M, thank you. Have a good night. The guy at the counter just shook his head when he looked at you. But yeah, so this happened, by the way. The sidewalks in Montreal are garbage, and apparently they don't salt them, which is excellent, actually, for the environment. But it's terrible in terms of getting traction. And I didn't bring my boots because I didn't think it would be that bad. Like, the forecast said there was no snow, so I was like, why do I need to bring my boots? But here's the full video, not the vertical video, of me taking a tumble. But just before I show that part, Vivian Johnson, $13.99. I recommend a hot shower, 2 Tylenol, a cup of hot lemon with honey, and go to bed. LOL. It works for you. Thank you, Vivian Johnson, for your $13.99.
I recommend a hot shower, 2 Tylenol, a cup of hot lemon with honey, and go to bed. LOL works for me.
Thank you, Vivian. I will do something similar. I'm going to replace the Tylenol with Advil because that's all I got. A hot cup of lemon with honey. I'm just going to have tea. We'll combine that with Jeanette's, but yeah, definitely Advil and tea and then bed. I still have to finish this, getting this video up. But thank you so much, Vivian. And I'll try to walk slower next time to reference this morning's video. But this happened. It's also really neat how this is pedestrianized. Shall we watch it again? It is quite nice. Is this one? It's also really neat how this is pedestrianized. The amazing thing is, it was actually a pretty violent fall, but because I use a gimbal, it's so smooth. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't have translated into the video. And then when I popped up, my camera shut off. I don't know if I accidentally hit it. I broke my fall with my wrist, which is like the stupidest thing you could do. I'm very lucky that my ass took a deal of the load as well. Otherwise, there is something that I should never ever be quoted as saying. You dirty people. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I broke the fall with my wrist, and yeah, it kind of hurt, and then I just kept walking as if nothing happened. But anyways, yeah, so that'll be tomorrow's video. And there was another time I slipped in that video. And 2 of my Montreal videos, I stop and get a meal on the way. And this is one of them. All right, so what else do I have? The third video, oh, well, this one is the video up today. This is actually the third video I recorded there. This is Saint Laurent. I don't need to play much of a clip of that because the whole video is on YouTube. But that's kind of like Montreal. They call this La Main. That's like their main street. So that was something I always thought it was St. Catherine Street. But the more I looked into it, the more I realized it's actually Saint Laurent would be like the place where locals would say is their young street, so to say, or Queen West, whatever. The next video I recorded after that is Le Plateau, which is also where I ended up, but we've got exterior staircases leading up to the second unit. So this one is a mix of, I walked on Montreal, which is like a major commercial street, and I grabbed a bagel. And then I walked around some residential streets, which is really cool. This is why Montreal is awesome, by the way. Look at the density. We have like triplexes stacked up, very walkable neighborhood. There's bike lanes everywhere. In Toronto, these would just be like detached homes with a third or a quarter of the density. So this is like the key to why Montreal's neighborhoods are so vibrant and why there's so many like small businesses that are thriving there, because they have excellent density in their neighborhoods, something that Toronto doesn't really have. But I wanted to show some residential areas as well, so this will be a future video, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. If I disappear, that is because I am blowing my nose. Watch this. I'll turn off my mic. Danforth, a block or two north or south, I strongly believe should be this kind of housing instead of these single family and semis that we see, especially along the subway corridor. Our current zoning does We're
not
back.
allow for that.
Dude, don't let the Ken Continuum hear you say that. He always says Toronto has just as much density in a different form. That overall is true, but on like a neighborhood scale, it's not even close. Like, the annex can't touch this, right? Like, there's a reason why Montreal has so many like small, thriving like mom and pop stores. Just, I don't know, it's awesome. But anyway, so that is Le Plateau. I also walked on Rue Rachel Street, and Saint Denis. Take notes, other cities. And they even got like corner stores here, which is awesome. So awesome, beautiful neighborhood. Probably like the best urbanist neighborhood in Canada from that point of view. The only thing it's lacking is like subway connections. There's like one line that runs through it. And if you're not in the way of that, but bus service seemed reasonable. I saw a lot of buses going by. But that is a video coming up. Then after that, I did a much requested transit video. So I recorded this one right after that. So I got on the station. I got on at Montreal. I rode 2 stops to the busiest station in Montreal. Then I transferred, and then I rode 1 stop to Saint Laurent. And that's all that video is. And I probably have to cut out the long waits for the next train. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is crazy. Watch. This person started to lie down just as the train was coming. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but I was like, I don't know. I thought that was crazy. Maybe I should make that like a TikTok, but I don't want to. I don't know. I thought that was nuts. I think if I put that in like vertical video form, you're not really going to see them too clearly anyways. But yeah, I forgot about that moment. But we have a metro ride coming up. Yeah, but that's some Toronto behavior right now. Vanless Dweller says, so how's the homeless situation in Montreal? Nowhere near as visible as Toronto. Maybe they have actual shelters and they put them or have warm places for them to stay in the winter, unlike us. I don't know. There might be a tad more dignity to being homeless there. It's also a hell of a lot colder. So there's that. Then I did... And here is the skating rink. Oh, this video. So after my live stream, I was looking for a smoked meat sandwich, but I ended up going to this place, Mr. Steer, instead. And I think I said the wrong date. I have a note that says, it's February, dummy. That is sometimes after I make a video, when I put everything into my computer, I give myself little notes. Like if like I fucked up or anything, like when I'm editing stuff to fix. And I put a note saying it's February, dummy. So that means I probably said the wrong day here. Also, I did not know it was snowing. And it seems to be snowing. Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, January 2nd. January? And it looks like I actually thought about it too. It is Thursday, January 2nd. The time is 6:32 p.m. and the temperature right now is around -2 degrees Celsius. Keep in mind, that was video number 5 of the day. I did that St. Laurent walk, then I did Le Plateau, then I did the subway ride, then I went back to the hotel. I rested for like an hour, then I went out and I did the whatchamacallit, and then I did the live stream, and then I did this. So my total steps for the day were like 29,999, which were pretty nuts. Let's see. Oh, I can't see my screen here. So you can see my first walk, my second walk, then the subway ride, not a lot of steps there, then the live stream, and then this third video or fifth video after dinner. So that was an excruciating day. Like 30,000, I've done it before. 30,000 in the snow and ice and slush while I'm wearing like shoes that are like cold and they got damp and I was sliding all over the place. Like, yeah, that felt like the most I'd ever walked in a day. I know it wasn't even close to it, but it felt like it. The next day I was in a lot of pain, we could just say. And someone is messaging me. No, that is a notification. Action Kid, special W train service to 34th Street. Lisa says, do you ever roll your feet like with the ball? I do that all the time as a habit. I don't even know what you're talking about. No, I don't. But yeah, that was my busy ass day. And then the next day, I made a review of my hotel. Pretty much the perfect level. It's a great price. I don't think you're going to... So that's a pretty short video, but I have a clip here of breakfast. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but this is the breakfast in the hotel. Walking in the snow takes double the effort to avoid slipping, but... Uh-oh, what did I just do? But my stupid ass, when I fell, I was just walking full speed with like full confidence. That's not a very smart way to walk. But look at this breakfast. We have Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, milk, hard-boiled eggs, I don't really know, and yogurt, and butter and creamer. Here's a little pro tip. If you ever stay at this hotel, load up on these orange juices and apple juices at the included breakfast. I was literally shoving these in my hoodie pockets and bringing them back up to my hotel room and putting them in the fridge. Like, I felt like their breakfast was kind of shit, but at least I could get some free drinks out of it. So that was my plan to stay hydrated. So yeah, take the orange juice, take the apple juice, put them in the hotel. Are you glad to be back in a city that cleans their sidewalks of snow? Yes, but I don't like the fact that all of that salt we put on our sidewalks ends up in our freshwater lake. It is absolutely disastrous on the environment. So we have way better sidewalks, but not better in another sense. Then we have chocolate, whatever these things are. These are croissants. I moved a little too quickly through here because there's other people watching me. A toaster and toast and bagels that you could toast. Some fruit, bananas, apples, oranges. Some jams and stuff for your bread. More cereal. And that is it. That's like the lowest rent breakfast I've ever seen included at a hotel. Hey, free phone if you want to steal someone's phone. Lisa says, have you revealed where you stayed yet? A few people have got it. A few people have incorrectly got it in the comments. But no, I have not. But the hotel review will be coming later this month. And then for the Stumbles channel, I finally made a video for the Stumbles channel. I did like a...
It's better just to have a second
what I brought
one and I pull
a video. So I just
when...
did a video of all the crap that I brought with me. So that's going to be a Stumbles video. That one's really short, but maybe I'll put that one on the channel Tuesday. And then let's go. The Rezo in Montreal is like their underground city. Can we get a good map here? Give me a good map. So what I did for the Rezo video was my hotel was down here. There we go. My hotel was in this area. So I started here. This is the last video I made in the city. I asked my hotel, the guy at the concierge, can I get from the hotel to the Eaton Center walking inside? And he said, I think that is impossible. I have tried but failed. But according to this map, it is possible. So I studied this map pretty hard for like 5 minutes. And he also told me like there are no signs. There's nothing's going to help you. So I thought, can I come up here to the Place des Arts and walk all the way down here, swing through like where Chinatown is in Old Montreal, and then navigate all the way around and then finish up at the Eaton Center. So that was the last video. I'm not going to reveal whether I was successful or not, but many parts of their underground city involve like going above ground and like literally walking through office buildings. The wayfinding is absolutely horrible. There's like 3 signs the whole way. There's like a random map here or there, but nothing. Half the maps don't even have like a "you are here" thing on them. Most of it is just in French, so like good effing luck if you want to try to do this. But that was the video that I tried to do, and that was like my favorite video I did. Do I have a? Yeah, so this is a clip from that video of me just trying to make a massive all indoor walk in Montreal. No, I did not just blow my nose. This was the easy part of it, by the way. Everett C, get better soon. Thank you, Everett C, for your support. I will do my best. I'm thinking I wanted to get out tomorrow and do a live stream, but I'm thinking maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Like if I'm still feeling like I have a cold, I'm not going to go out tomorrow. I'm not going to like go on transit or be around anyone. So if I do a live stream, it'll be like start at my house and like walk in a loop and end up back here.
Get better soon.
Or maybe just my e-bike, but I'm going to wait till I'm like reasonably confident that I'm not contagious with anything before I get on a train. But yeah, this is... Most of the reso looks like this, by the way. But the stupid thing is, outside was like minus mid 30s with wind chill. And I was wearing long johns, thermal sweatpants, and I had like my winter coat on, and I had like my Adidas, my really warm Adidas thermal hoodie. Then I had a long sleeve t-shirt under that. So I was sweating my ass off filming this video. Like, I was a ball of sweat. It was so bad that when I got back to the hotel, because they were holding my bag, I literally had to go into the washroom and like change into fresh clothes because I was gross after filming this video because I didn't have anything to like carry it. I'm holding a camera. I can't just like walk around with my coat. So I just boiled my ass off making this, but it was a lot of fun challenging myself to like navigate this big underground city that is not bigger than Toronto's Path, but it's still pretty cool. There was one point though where, actually, does it happen in this video, in this clip, where the reso was under construction? So I was forced to go outside just for, yeah, here. So I thought this was going to foil me because they closed it off here. So I had to do a little outdoor excursion. There's old Montreal straight ahead. And I just literally walked across the street into this building and tried to like... Anyways, you'll see that in the video. So that's coming up. That's my reso walk, my underground city. Probably my favorite video that I made there. And the last of the like real videos. Then I did a video when I got to the airport, just going through the domestic terminal. I can't even think, from the bus. Hey, we have over 200 viewers. Holy shit. Thank you for tuning in to watch a sick guy talk about a 2-day trip. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Yay. So this is me at the airport waiting. What I'm doing is I'm transferring all my files over to my laptop of all the videos. And then I transfer them from my laptop to my portable hard drive. But this was the meal that I had. I realized I had the smoked meat poutine, but I didn't have the smoked meat sandwich yet in Montreal. I've been to Schwartz's before. I've been to Dunn's. I've been to Reuben's. Like, it's not like my first time ever going to Montreal, so I don't really feel like I missed out by not going to Schwartz's. But I still ordered one at the airport. It was good. It was more like just your typical corned beef sandwich, but it was still really good. And thank you, Brad. You'll notice I did have cheese put on it. But this whole meal with like tax and tip was like over $50. So the one time I decided to like splurge and treat myself, I did it at like the worst place possible, the airport. I didn't have any alcohol the whole trip. I had other than this, I had a drink on the flight because it was free. And then I didn't go out. No fun stuff. Some people were like, you going to any strip clubs? No. I wanted to go to like a comedy club or something, but I had no energy. So that is all I did. And then I screwed up. I made a video for the Stumble. I did a hotel review of the Novotel, my very expensive hotel that I had to stay at. Otherwise, I would have slept at the airport. And my camera was out of focus. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, February 4th. So this is me, like, running off of like 2 hours of sleep. But my camera goes out. So the whole video is like this. I'll just book an airport. What do you think? Should I still upload the out of focus hotel review? It's only like a 5-minute video. I don't know. I was a little disappointed when I saw this was out of focus. But this is the room that I stayed at.
Hundreds and hundreds of people deep in line for the cabs. So I was like, yeah.
It's mostly just me bitching about Porter. Oh yeah, there's the view out of the window. We are in an industrial wasteland. 76% say yes, 14% say no, and 10% of you drank paint and thought it was nice. Don't. Lisa says skip. Well, it's kind of a stumbles moment, I guess.
At least 20 watt fast.
Oh, it came back into focus. Did it stay into focus? Why did you go back? I think it's stuck on like a close range focus. Hey, it's back into focus.
Hopefully no one peed in that video. Did not use this. I almost never.
Yes, I just
I
said.
was at the point where I just needed a coffee. I was struggling to edit that video. Did not use this. I almost never use the camera.
Wait, what?
Me
What did I say?
0 to the room. I had, and I made myself a Wolfgang Puck coffee. Hopefully no one peed in here or anything before. But I was at the point where I just needed a coffee. I was struggling to edit that.
That's the quality of commentary on this video. Hopefully nobody peed in like their coffee machine. Anyways, thanks for the thanks for voting. That's true though. Don't you worry about this? Like what is the hotel? They're not gonna know. The cleaning lady's not gonna know. Right? You're literally, I don't know, E-Blake, actually. Literally, like, they probably just wipe these things down on the outside. I doubt they even clean them thoroughly ever on the inside. Like, how do you know what people put in there, right? Like, I don't know. But I use them. Lisa says, but, like, what have you experienced in life that led you to think that to begin with? I've heard people say never use the in-room kettles at hotels. And that's what planted that thought into my mind. Because I've always kind of avoided them. But this time I was like beaten down. I was tired. I was trying to stay up late and edit. So I needed a coffee. So that's what put that thought into my head. Yeah, there's a poll. There's a poll right there. Do you drink from the hotel room kettle or coffee machine? Yes or no or... Let's see what people are going to vote here. Do you drink from the hotel room kettle or coffee machine? I have no idea what people are going to say. What I do, though, I don't know about OCD paranoia. I do wash the cups, though, before I use them. They often have, like, glasses or coffee mugs in hotel rooms. I've seen hidden camera videos of the hotel cleaning staff where they, like, literally rinse it out. Sometimes, like, the rag that they're using to wipe down the room, they take that same rag and just kind of wipe around the glass, including the inside, which could have like cleaning solvent on it, or at the very least grossness from all over the room. So 100% clean those cups by hand before you use them, if you're going to use them. Interesting. 58. How the hell did 58 people vote in like 2 seconds? 43% said yes, 47% said no. And we have learned another interesting fact. 11% of my viewers have once eaten a live frog. So they didn't even, like, kill it. Ali BHG says, did the room pass the dust test? I was not doing the dust test. Geelong says, just buy a coffee. Had no options. The bar in the hotel was closed. There's nothing. There's no Timmy's, no Starbucks, nothing. Chatty Cathy always has cups in plastic, one-time use cups. Devin says you are seeing some real D- hotel practices there. Apparently electric kettles are more popular in Europe. Pretty even split. 46% drink from the hotel kettles. I guess both devices like heat the water up, which in theory kills the bacteria and stay. But if you're, I don't know. Chris Mill says no Timmy's sorcery. Oh, by the way, the Tim Hortons near my gate was the stupidest Tim Hortons I've ever been to. I got to the airport that morning to catch my flight, and I didn't have breakfast because my hotel was useless. I needed a coffee. I saw like 20 people lined up in Tim Hortons. I'm like, 20 people? I saw 3 registers. I didn't know they were only using 2 of them. This was the worst Tim Hortons I've ever been to. Literally, every time someone would order, it would take like 5 minutes for the person to be done with their order. But rather than order from the next person, that cashier would then go and like make the whole order, bring it to that person, and then take the next order. It was like so stupidly inefficient. Then they had this guy who was like stocking this shelf in the Tim Hortons that had like pops and orange juices and stuff in it, and it was like full, and he would literally go to the back, come out with like 3 little milk cartons. He'd put 1, 2, 3, then he'd wipe some tables down, then he would go back into the kitchen or whatever, come back out with like 2 more items. I'm like, why isn't that guy like helping serve customers? Every other Tim Hortons, they like take your order, here you go wait over there. It's quick, 20 people, it's like a machine gun. You're not going to have to wait. This one, I waited 40 minutes, and then I don't know how many times I looked at other people and we just kind of like rolled our eyes at each other, like, what is going on in this bizarro Tim Hortons? So I don't know how many times I looked over at the Starbucks and saw someone get in line, which was equally long. The Starbucks line was huge, and then they would leave with like their coffee and muffin or whatever, and I would have moved up like 2 spots. Like, what a stupid decision that was to go to that Tim Hortons. Anyways, Mr. Hippo says, wow, don't go to an airport Tim Hortons. Well, the thing is, Tim Hortons airport locations don't have that extortionate airport pricing, right? That's why they're so popular in airports. Tim Hortons, I think there's another, I think McDonald's too also sticks to like their regular restaurant pricing. One of those big burger chains does. So I think that's why you don't see so many McDonald's in airports. I don't think they believe in having like that rip-off pricing in certain venues. So good on them, but that's the reason why Tim Hortons is so expensive. And then 2 more videos I made. I took my little camera. I had a window seat. By the way, my flight back was pretty full because they were rebooking flights. But by some kind of miracle, there was no one beside me. So I was like, you know what? It's daylight. I was scheduled for a night flight, which is garbage. I can't record because there's glare. I decided to record the entire flight without just holding the camera by the window for an hour. I recorded the whole flight, so I can show a clip of that. So yeah, I have an hour-long video of this. This is flying into Toronto where it was snowing. No talking, no narrating. Literally just the flight. 48% yes, drinks from a hotel room, kettle, or coffee machine. 43% no. And 9% once ate a live frog. So yeah, that's all the video is. It's like the takeoff, the whole flight, and the landing. I'm not going to give away the landing here because I think that's the best part. But half of the flight is this. Literally just this. Looking over the clouds. Mark Brian, $2. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Mark. I don't know where that crackling is coming from in the audio. But I'm thinking of Oh, by the way, did you know that Yogi has a YouTube channel? Yeah, he says we want to see the landing. Don't worry, I will upload it. Yogi! This is not my real Johnny Strides account. So I've now subscribed to you twice. Yogi, our longtime moderator. Not a happy looking Pips. Pippin, the Tasmanian hound dog. I might get busted for the Benny Hill theme song there. How very British of you, Yogi. Not a happy looking Pips. Aw. I didn't know. But anyways, yeah, go show Yogi some support. And check out their channel. But what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Action Kid has done this. He's posted full flights. Look at the views. 42,000 views. 30,000 views. I don't normally post non-talking videos. Full flight Boston to Montreal. Full flight Newark to Toronto.
For your comfort and
Yeah, that's no different than my flight.
ask you to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the
Geelong vibes. We can take a look. I saw your page, your channel a while ago. But yeah, that's that flight. But we can see what's new with Estelle. I need to get on this as well. Eastern Beach. You've got the YouTube short, which are basically like TikToks. Cool, Estelle. I will check your channel out in more depth after the stream. Geelong Waterfront Wanderer. Walk along Parkington Street 5 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 2 days. You are very active, Estelle. Good for you. Keep the uploads running. So one more video from the trip. I wasn't going to do this one, but I ended up doing it anyways. This is the UPX ride. I didn't start it at the beginning because I didn't get the idea to film it until I was already on the train. We actually boarded right there. But I also recorded this as well, and it was snowing. So I think that's kind of a cool video. I don't know. Lisa says, surprised you took the up. I did not want to take the Kipling bus. I was just feeling like absolute shit, and the last thing I wanted to do would be on like a bus like, you know, that vibrates and makes me feel sick. And lifts were like, normally they're like $32, $33, and they were like in the mid to high 40s to get home, and I just couldn't, to save like 20 minutes on my trip time, take a lift instead of transit. So I opted to just take the up to Union and then the subway home, and the whole trip was like less than an hour. But since I'm on the train, I might as well record it. So I have a train video as well. I don't know if I'm going to upload this or if I'm just going to play it in the background of like a Johnny Stride stream. I don't know, but yeah, that was my 13th and final video from the trip. And now here we are. Thank you, Nightbot. Find me on Insta, Johnny Strides, and on my main YouTube channel. Thank you, Nightbot. And here we are. Ta-da! So any questions? I say that like it's some kind of presentation. We have over 200 viewers, and I feel like shit. I'm sorry. I would love to keep this going for a very long time, but I am probably going to end it soon. Just so I got to finish tomorrow's video, and I got this now keeping me busy. Billy says, doing channels, Scott on tape, but Johnny, love your channel. What is Scott on tape, Billy? We can take a look. But I've been back into Rocket League. Finally, it's taken me a long time to get used to this controller. I absolutely hate that the left stick is down here. I wish it was here where the D-pad is. I just wish it wasn't like that, but I'm getting used to it. What was that thing? JS, who's your favorite basketball player? Me. I play basketball. Scott on tape. Growing up, it was Scottie Pippen. Now, I don't know. I always liked Dirk Nowitzki, but he's retired. I guess I don't have a current favorite basketball player. What is Scott on tape? Eminem, Michael Jackson's real grave location. Oh, haven't we looked at this on this channel before? This looks very, very familiar. I'm pretty sure we've looked at this channel. Yeah, he says, dude, no way you got the PS5. No, I just have the controller to show you guys. I made a whole video where I went and bought the PS5. Like, I made a whole video of me walking to Best Buy, buying the PS5, then I show the PS5. Mr. Hippo says, can you check out Alex Gets Around TO? What has he been up to? TTC Islington bus ride. Cool, Alex. I've met Alex a bunch of times, actually. I'm sure we'll run into each other again. Christopher says, we welcome you to the PlayStation family. I'm still within my return window. I still have the option to swap it for like an Xbox. I just like the Xbox controller so much better than the PlayStation controller. Like, that's literally the only thing I care about is how much better. Like, I hate this controller, but I'm getting used to it. Brad Palmer says, thanks again. Get better. Thank you, Brad Palmer and Marie Palmer. And thank you to everyone who sent their support. But yeah, I am very under the weather. So I think we're just gonna... I was gonna play some City Guesser, but we'll save that for next week. How about we do some City Guesser next week? And I'm sorry for cutting this short. I'm sick, but I wanted to touch base with everyone and let you know about my weekend, my 2-night journey. Sapand, I already closed the browser, but Sapand just reached 486 subscribers. Guys, let's get Sapand up to 500. Holy shit, Sapand, you are doing well. 14 short. Sapand TTC Explorer. But on that note, I am going to play some Rocket League, get tomorrow's video up and edited. Don't forget to go to Johnny Strides tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. We'll do a premiere. We'll hang out and chat. I was hoping to live stream after, but I'm like, I don't know. Usually I get over a cold within a day or two. So if I feel like it, I'll get out and stream. If I don't, I'm just going to take it easy again. I got tons of videos to edit and upload. So at least I'm not going to go out and record a bunch of videos in the cold. Mark says, what games do you have on PS5? I have the PlayStation Network subscription, so I download, and the EA Pass. So I have all the old EA games and all the free games and Rocket League, and that's it. I really want MLB The Show, but I'm going to wait for the new one, and then I'll buy that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Thanks. Huge thanks to those who sent support. It is much, much appreciated. Thanks to our mods, channel members. Congrats, Yogi. Didn't know you had a channel. Thank you, Vivian and Estelle and Sheena and all our mods who joined in here. Mark S says, you have Rocket League. You can find me on PlayStation under the name Johnny Strides, all one word. That is my player name. Michelle is going to go watch the Grammys red carpet while you jog on the treadmill. Yes, go watch the Grammys. I didn't even know that was on. I didn't even know that was still a thing. I thought that was like some relic of the past that we stopped doing a long time ago. Shows what I know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I will hopefully be back next Sunday in better spirits and better condition, but I'm going to take it easy and rest now. So have a good night, guys. Yoink.